Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Live here, and I'm joined by Kate again.
Hello. Well, I wasn't ready for that somehow. It's me. It's Kate.
Yeah, and today we're going to be doing one of our, I don't know whether famous, but one of our dissections of a trailer. And this time, it's going to be Mario Strikers Battle League Football in this case. I didn't realize they had that extra word in the UK release, but it's there.
Did they actually? I thought that was a joke on Twitter, but they've actually put... Wow,
No.
Okay.
It's actually there. So let's just jump right into it. We're going to be looking at as many details as we can that maybe you would have overlooked. So we're not going to hang around too long on this bit because it's all pre-rendered, so it doesn't really tell us much. But as you can see, two different stadiums come together. Woo! Variation. And yeah, this is all pre-rendered, so there's nothing really to talk about here because it's not gameplay, and all the visual stuff turns up later on. So let's just let's go even faster. Whoa, look at it go! They're so fast at the football. There we go.
I will say, Rocket League has ruined me for football in games because I'm like, oh, it's like Rocket League but with people, which is very stupid.
Okay, so this is we get a shot here. It's nothing major to speak of here per se, but a couple of things to note. One of them, you see the split stadium here. On the right, we've got what appears to be like a Bowser or Bowser's Castle themed bit, and on the left, generic Mushroom Kingdom.
But Toad's on both sides, which is interesting.
Yeah, you can mix and match completely as well with the characters. I've just realised you meant the attendees. The attendees. Interestingly of note, we'll see this as we go on further as well, but the icons in the top left and right-hand corner that depict the teams, they are entirely arbitrary as far as I can tell. It may well be that you can choose them, but it's not like the rocket means Mario or anything like that, because we see different teams use different logos, and also the colours change, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
I've just realised, this match lasts 4 minutes.
Just like real football.
Just like real football. I wish.
There's also there's a blue Yoshi there. That's interesting, isn't it?
There is. I don't know whether we're going to be able to change the colour. I imagine actually he's the colour of the team.
Right, because he doesn't wear clothes.
No, well, he's wearing some
neither
clothes.
Does Donkey Kong and Bowser don't really wear clothes, but they are here.
DK has a tie.
That is technically clothes.
One little thing to note is the goals are themed as well, depending on the stadium. So you can see there, it's a sort of a spiky, Bowsery one type there. And as we move on here, you'll see we've got this. Now, at first I thought, oh, maybe this is like a Princess Peach style thing. But actually, it's Luigi's Mansion. Hence the barrier being sort of spider's webs. And it becomes a lot clearer later on.
Yeah.
But, minor thing to note. I mean, yeah, we can see Yoshi right there, pink, like the team. Or sort of purpley mauve. And we've got Bowser wearing some gear, which you can see in the CG bit as well, but that's interesting.
The shiny shell he's got on him?
Yeah. I imagine that gives him some change in stats, which again...
Kicking power.
Absolutely. That's all we wear armor for. Just standard cross there. There is one thing here. We never really see Mario's mouth this wide.
Oh, that's not good,
is it? It's a bit weird. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Also, notice the brim of Mario's cap is red.
Still red.
Yeah.
I learned yesterday that apparently Daisy is the only one that has teeth. Like, have you ever seen Princess Peach's teeth?
I'm not a dentist, so I wouldn't know. But as you can see in the background there, we can see some details that show that this is indeed a Luigi's Mansion half stadium. Yeah. Things like the chandelier and things like that, or whatever the hell it's called. Pretty sure it's chandelier.
Do you think the team kit always matches the aesthetic of the half pitch, or do you think the pitch matches the kit?
But it doesn't. They're distinct from one another. It's just, let's go back a little bit. As you can see, purple here, but purple is scoring on the purple side. Which makes no sense. It's a bit strange that they've done that.
A little confusing, yeah.
So we see. Obviously, do stop me if you see anything of interest. Mario there wearing blue.
Luigi's cap is also got a green brim.
Yep. That's probably the... I imagine that's the compromise that Nintendo went with. Don't change Mario's clothes and Luigi's clothes. So they
Yep.
kept the brim.
And Luigi's hit the wall just there as well.
Yeah, that was something from the previous games as well. You'd hit you could
see.
barge people into the side, and it would stun them for longer.
He's getting electrocuted.
Yeah, it's rude, isn't it?
Wow.
And as we can see here, we can see another style of stage here. It's the DK style. Look at the bananas on the barriers.
Oh, those are bananas. I thought those were fish scales. That
No,
makes sense.
they're bananas, and the goal is appropriately jungle themed as well. And yeah, not much to say about this per se here. You can see Luigi's
Big
mansion
shell.
in the background again there. And Bowser's castle on the other side. Giant banana. They're not that big in real life. Poor Waluigi
In
fell
real
over.
football.
Yeah, in real football, they're much smaller.
And Rosalina, I think that is floating.
She does that.
It's not really football, is it?
I mean, we also see Bowser using his hand, several times.
Oh.
We see
Oh, God.
Yoshi here attacking a big egg with his bum. The only thing of note here is that I noticed that there are... Why am I not progressing frames? That's because I'm not on the right area. There's a strange moment here where there are two identical frames. I'm going back and forth, and they're the same. Oh, no, it's 3, 4, 5, 6 identical frames. What's up with that, Nintendo? Get your act together. And then we see this is one of the special shots, and we can see there in the bottom
wow.
left-hand corner another strangely arbitrary symbol.
It's a football wearing a hat.
It is. It's like the Mad Hatter, but a football.
a weird
Is
choice.
it like Hat Trick or something, maybe?
Oh,
If they've got names.
that would be confusing but cool. Yeah. That's a thing from football.
Good thing to see here. Luigi beating up Bowser. That's just pleasing to see.
That's-
Also,
yeah.
Luigi in red.
That was very confusing to me. I was like, that's not Luigi. That's Mario. He's wearing red. We know, but he's tall and he's got green cleats.
I call them football
Spikes.
shoes or something, or studs.
Football
you know?
shoes.
Yeah. We can see Boom Boom in goal. Haven't mentioned that because it was quite obvious, but, someone will mention it in the comments if we don't. Is that, that's a hell of a
Ooh.
tackle by Waluigi. Good lord, look at the stretch
His
on that.
legs.
Those
Look at
legs
his
make me moist. Look at
He's
that.
got the same legs as Peach. Goodness me.
I think they're better than Peach's.
Yeah, Peach is a little skinny. She's not
Yeah.
going to be very good at kicking with
Some
those
little
legs.
pencil legs.
Tiny
And
little feet.
each character does have their own individual stats, which you'll see. We get a slightly different angle here. Fairly certain that's not legal. Just saying. That's DK
The
using
bit
his
in the
fist.
background
So?
it looks a bit like Nintendo World. See that bit on the far right there?
Does a bit, actually,
like-
doesn't it?
The theme park.
Yeah, and I mean, I know obviously Nintendo World was themed after Mario
Yeah.
stuff, but even so, I really do get what you mean. That's funny. You can see the
Yeah.
the goalpost there. The goalposts are made,
it's made out of pipes.
That's fun.
That's cool. And the tree there from Mario 64.
Ah,
in the
yes,
background.
a classic.
Lovely.
We get a better look at DK's stage here, which is I really like this. I think it looks really cool. It looks
Yeah.
very much like it's out of Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, and the people live in the stadium, which is probably the rent is astronomical.
Yes, but you do get to see very short games of football for free. And as we
Yeah.
see Wario there, oh my god, he catches it in his mouth.
Oh God!
That's
Oh, no.
that's a look right there. And he takes that with his hand. I really, really don't think that would work in a normal
No.
game of football, unless you live in the Americas. But there's one thing I do want to say. This video, the trailer itself is at 30 frames a second. I mean, 29.97 technically. And I did wonder whether maybe, it's actually going to be at 60 when it comes out, because previous games have been. I'm not so sure, to be honest, because as I say, the entire video is in 30 frames a second, but the American upload is at 60 frames a second, but only the video file. The footage is still 30. So I imagine we're going to be looking at a 30 frames a second game here. Bit of a shame, but, two Toads T-posing make up for it.
Yeah, is it going to be difficult to tell the Toads apart? Because we'll mostly be
Maybe.
seeing them from the top, right?
Yeah, I mean, their splodges will be distinct enough, I suppose. Oh, and we get to
Yeah.
learn about 2 strategy tips. We're watching this in silence, so we don't actually get to see this. So gear, yeah. There's I've been through this. There's not a great deal to talk about here, only that there appears to be quite a big variety that you can exploit, because you've got head, arms, body, and legs. Look at that. And it affects different stats. One thing to note is, as you see here, they've highlighted the chain helmet, which increases passing but decreases speed. So it's every single time it's a trade-off, and it's an equal trade-off, which I like.
So it seems a bit like how Mario Karts work. You know, you can increase one, decrease the other.
Yeah, Mario Kart, there are some that increase more than they decrease.
Yeah.
Which is a bit bleh. But either way, you can see here, this is just Mario and his default gear and then a load of other stuff. And you can see the variety you can get there, which looks pretty tasty, and you can chop and change as you see fit. And I believe each character has unique stats as well. So plenty of scope. And you can even see the little emblem on the t-shirt and on the front of things. That's a little rocket. And I said that wasn't Mario. I might be wrong about that. We don't know. Moving on to the second strategy tip, the Hyper Strike. Whoa! And as we can see here, something else of note. I mean, top left-hand corner, top right-hand corner, different icons again. And yeah, you get these special orbs. It's like a final smash ball. Interestingly to note, Mario picks it up, the entire team is charged, and then Luigi is the one to strike. So it seems like it's something that's shared, which is good.
Yeah, and also, what's going on with what I assume is Toad down there? What happened to his head?
I think that must be gear. Is that Toad in a helmet?
Right.
I think it must be.
Yeah, it looks like a robot Toad.
It does a bit. We can see Yoshi's tackle in the bottom as well there. That's pretty cool, using his tongue. He also looks like a robot.
So much mouth stuff in this football game.
Yeah, makes you wonder what was going through the dev's mind. But I like it. I think it's fun and distinct.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's very much not football. It's Mario Strikers football.
Absolutely. And we get to see also this is in slow motion. So it looks like when you start one of these, you'll get a little bit more leeway. So you won't have
That's
to...
good, because those targets are very small.
They are quite small. It'll be interesting to know what the difference between the orange and the blue is. Because there's blue, which I'm guessing is maybe more potent. Maybe it can't be stopped if you get it in blue both times. And it kind of flashes blue, sort of. The bar changes blue. And then we get to see this. I love this style of animation. And look at Boom Boom's face. It's just like, oh my god, what am I going to do? And then it only gets worse. Luigi does this Luigi tornado thing. And one thing to note, look at Boom Boom when the tornado's happening. He's looking back and forth. He's panicking. I love that.
I would.
I would as well, but it's the sort of thing you wouldn't necessarily expect. Makes me believe that maybe this was made by Next Level Games, which we still don't know. And the tornado picks other people up. You get 2 points for one of them, which seems completely fair.
That's a bit mean, because the other team's logo was a tornado.
Yeah, I know. Thought that. I thought to myself, oh, maybe it comes from what special they use, what hyper strike they use, but no. You know, it's not. Moving on, we see the local matches, so 8 players. Only one minor thing to note here. As you can see, we've got 4 Pro controllers down there and Joy-Con. So they're not just forcing you to use Joy-Con on their sides, which I'm so pleased about. Because some games, like 51 Worldwide Games, they force you to use Joy-Con, which is bums.
I think it should... Well, I wouldn't want to be the person playing on a Joy-Con against someone on a Pro controller.
No, but you can use 8 Pro controllers as well.
Yeah.
So that's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
We can see here that you can equip gear or not, so it looks like there'll be like a sort of a save default for gear that you can equip, which is fun. But if you just want to go vanilla, you can. Look at Waluigi over there. He's looking like a good boy.
Yep, with his long, long legs.
His long, long legs. We can
I like
also
Yoshi.
see...
He's having a great time.
He is having a great... I think he's... Yeah, no, he's animated. Oh, he's doing a little walk in place.
What a good boy.
What an absolute diamond. We can see the full roster up there. This may expand in the future. I'd be surprised if it didn't. We got Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Peach, Rosalina, Toad, Yoshi. Yoshi's very angry at the top there. Like, very angry. DK using a classic like expression from previous games, which is great. Wario showing not enough teeth, and Waluigi showing just the right amount.
Pupils. Where have his pupils gone?
They're just small. So yeah, you can choose on that. And then also, interestingly, they didn't explain it super well in the trailer, but they say in addition to single matches, you can also do the clubs, which we'll look at in a moment. So you can play online matches without doing this club stuff if you want. We can see a bomb being used there. Couldn't see by who, maybe by Toad. It's not easy to tell. And we can see there an item box comes down. So that is how we get items. It's not clear how we know when, sort of what item you've got in your sort of stock, but
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that teams can have the same character on both sides, because we saw 2 Toads earlier.
Yeah.
So even though the roster's small, we can have repeats.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if you couldn't do that for that very reason. And we don't see it here, but we do see Bowser with those claws. That's another reference to previous games. Ooh. Looks good. I love the Striker style, how much more violent it looks. And we get to see the online clubs, and this is like it says like 20 people per club. I thought that was Toadette. It's not. It's Toad. Those are his arms.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, Toadette might come.
Maybe, yeah.
Too, maybe.
And we can see that's a helmet that Toad's wearing.
Yeah.
So
and it says Toad on the helmet, so you don't forget.
It also says Toad in the top right-hand corner. My Striker.
Yes.
Toad. You can have 20 people in a roster. You can choose the uniform. Looks like you can choose a home and away uniform. And you've got policy, which I think means nothing. You can choose your stadium. They only show Mushroom Hill as one of them. And you can change conditions to join as well. So you can keep it just friends. You can approve people or just let anyone come in and ruin your stats. And
I'm curious how the team name works.
Yeah,
like,
it may well be that you have
choose?
set words that you can choose from.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The font is surprisingly similar in the online clubs part of the top left-hand corner to Smash. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar. How's about that? Exciting times.
Fun facts.
And there's not a great deal else left in this, I believe. Although, did I just see... No one has a shadow except Rosalina. What's going on with that?
Maybe it's just for this one bit.
Maybe. We see the bomb being used again, and yeah, you see shadows behind everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a rendering error, maybe it was beta footage. We don't know. But you can get to see different items. Green shell, we've seen a red shell as well. Unclear if there's going to be a distinction between them. We can see the items in the top bar. Must have overlooked that before.
Oh, yes. Okay. And those are for, like, the whole team.
Looks like it, yeah. And it'd be interesting to know whether you can choose, swap between whether you want to use the mushroom or the thing. We haven't seen what a mushroom does. Maybe it'll make you big, like in the old Strikers games. I'm not sure if that was a mushroom now that I say it out loud, but that was definitely a thing you could do. Here comes Waluigi wearing some very serious gear.
Yeah.
DK again doing some sort of dodge there, it looks like. That looks like some sort of way to avoid opponents. Getting a little boost out of there, maybe. Bowser, cheating. Peach.
This is your line for cheating? We've seen people throwing bombs.
Yeah, but that's just not on, You got to draw a line somewhere.
Just using his hand, yeah. It's football.
And that is it. There's not much else really to say in there, but maybe there are some small details we overlooked. Please do let us know what they are in the comments down below. But for the time being, that is the whole trailer. Did you enjoy it, Kate? As someone who works selling pies at a football stadium.
Yeah, I mean, for context, it was one time. I made it sound like I was like, I worked at a football club. No, it was one time. I mostly worked rugby.
Selling jelly deals and...
selling, pies, pucker pies, and Bovril.
Pies, oh no.
Yeah. Not sponsored.
I expressed disgust for the items.
I thought that was a pretty good trailer. I think it pulls on, the Mario Strikers animation style quite nicely. I would have liked to see more of it.
Yeah. I want to see more stadiums. I don't know whether they've been holding back, whether this is all that there is. I'd be disappointed if that were the case, but at the same time, It's not that important.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be one presumably for each character, so I'd love to see the Waluigi Stadium. What's that going to look like?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm sure it's going to be marvelous.
Yeah, or deeply upsetting.
Maybe I prefer that. But anyway, are there any details we missed? Please do let us know what they are in the comments down below. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you kick a ball at that subscribe button. And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice sign-off. Top draw.
Thank you.